The Miami Dolphins walk into this week knowing the scoreboard has no mercy, and the standings care even less. 2 losses already on the books. No margin left. And then comes Buffalo. Always Buffalo. The team that has bullied, bruised, and shoved Miami aside too many times. A team with their quarterback built like a linebacker, throwing bombs down the field and daring anyone to stop him. And across from him, Tua Tagovailoa. Smaller, different, sharper with timing, quicker with decisions, but never the same imposing figure. Tua did not shy away. He said it out loud. Josh Allen does things he cannot do. That is not an easy admission for any quarterback, let alone one under the heat of a 0-2 start. But he said it anyway, and the words now hang in the air as the Dolphins prepare for a game that already feels like a crossroad. Does that honesty push his teammates closer to him, or does it plant doubt? Do fans hear humility, or do they hear surrender? Nobody knows yet. The Dolphins sit here with desperation dripping from every corner. Start 0-3, and history spits back the ugly truth. Teams who sink into that hole almost never climb out. Almost never. Everyone knows the math. Everyone knows the percentages. But football has never been just numbers on a screen. It's sweat, collisions, stubbornness, and sometimes one spark that changes everything. Could this week be that spark? Or is it the beginning of another year of promises gone flat? And then there's Allen, the quarterback Miami cannot escape. Strong arm, stronger legs, and the kind of physicality that makes defenders hesitate. He does not just throw. He breaks tackles, drags bodies, and flips the field in a single heave. He is chaos dressed in a Bills jersey. Tua sees it. Fans see it. Analysts cannot stop repeating it. And still, Miami must find a way. How do you plan for someone who refuses to be just one thing? Tagovailoa has his own skill set. Precision when the pocket holds. Rhythm when the play unfolds as designed. His release quick, almost instinctive. He trusts the windows, trusts the timing. That is his game. And sometimes it's beautiful. When it clicks, it feels unstoppable. But when it doesn't, when the protection cracks, when the reads close, it can look fragile. That's the shadow chasing him every time he takes the field. The contrast between these two quarterbacks is not just about style. It's about perception. Allen looks like the storm. Tua looks like the calm. One bulldozes through defenders, the other carves through with anticipation. Yet in this league, calm rarely makes headlines. And right now, Miami doesn't need headlines. They need wins. Can Tua's version of quarterbacking survive in a matchup that demands more than survival? Fans are restless. The season felt heavy before it even started. Every offseason headline promised growth, promised that this team could finally rise beyond the same old narrative. And then 2 losses, quick and painful, ripped the optimism apart. Suddenly, the conversation isn't about chasing the division crown. It's about not falling into the pit. And waiting at the gate is Buffalo, undefeated, smug, ready to slam the door again. Does this team believe? That's the question hanging over every practice rep, every meeting, every huddle. Belief does not show up on the stat sheet, but you can feel it. A defense tired of bending, an offense tired of explaining, a fan base tired of hoping. Belief either grows now, or it withers. And if it withers, the season doesn't just stumble, it collapses. Allen's presence makes it worse. He has tormented Miami for years. Every time the Dolphins think they have figured him out, he rips through with another highlight, another reminder of the gap. His running touchdowns sting more than his passing ones because they break the will of a defense that thinks the play is over. And when he throws deep, it's not just distance, it's a statement. A statement that he can reach anywhere on the field, whenever he chooses. Tua, on the other hand, has been questioned since the moment he put on a Dolphins jersey. Arm strength, durability, leadership, every angle dissected. Every flaw magnified. And yet, he is still here. Still fighting. Still carrying the weight of a franchise desperate for stability at quarterback after years of wandering. He may not be Allen, and he admitted it. But is that the story? Or is the story about whether he can still be enough in his own way? Miami doesn't need Tua to become Allen. They need Tua to become the best version of himself. The version that takes what the defense gives. That puts the ball where only his receivers can touch it. That trusts the speed around him. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are not afterthoughts. They are weapons built for chaos. But chaos only works if the trigger man can keep pulling without fear. Can Tua keep pulling? Can he do it when Allen stands on the other sideline, making everything look bigger, stronger, louder? The locker room feels the weight. Players don't say it outright, but you can hear it in the tone. They know what 0-3 would mean. They know this division isn't forgiving. New England might be down, but Buffalo is not. The Jets are lurking. The window to fight for something meaningful can slam shut in September if they let it. Every mistake now counts double. Every turnover cuts deeper. Every blown assignment feels heavier. And yet, there's something about desperation that can flip into fire. Sometimes a team plays its best football when there's no more room to breathe. Sometimes the pressure makes the focus sharper, not shakier. Could Miami be that team? Could this game, against the very opponent that has tortured them, be the place where the turnaround begins? It won't be easy. Buffalo has the record, the confidence, the momentum. Miami has questions, doubts, and bruises. But football has always been about collisions, not predictions. Tua already set the tone with his honesty. He looked at the mountain in front of him and admitted it was steep. Now the only way forward is to climb anyway. So the Dolphins line up this week with history against them, critics circling them, and Josh Allen waiting to bury them. But the story is not written yet. It will be written in every snap, every tackle, every pass that either connects or falls incomplete. It will be written in whether this team folds under the weight or fights with the kind of desperation that leaves nothing behind. The Dolphins cannot afford hesitation. They cannot afford fear. They cannot afford another week of explanations. This game is about survival, about proving that the season still has life. And if Tua truly believes in what he brings to the field, even if it looks nothing like Josh Allen, then this week, more than any other, is where he must show it.